Comrades, welcome to devlog number 2, so let's get started. Did we meet our goal? No. Did we learn a few more things? Yes. The biggest thing I learned about was the import process for assets from Blender to Godot. This time I was focusing on the assets pipeline of Blender to Godot. Godot really likes it when you use the GLTF file format. You can use other formats including DAE, OBJ, and FBX, and including .blend files. But GLTF 2.0 is recommended for Godot as per their docs. So how do I have my own Blender file composed? So what you'll see here is level 0 geometry, level 0 collision, and the subsequent level 0 zone 1, 2, 3, and 4. And what you'll notice is these tags at the end. You'll see -col only, -nav mesh, and -conv col only. So what do these mean? Well, these little suffixes expedite some aspects of the import process by going ahead and applying conversions to them. So -col only will turn the whole mesh into collision. So now keep in mind that it will keep each triangle, so it tends to be a tad of an expensive form of collision since it may be too complex. So keep that in mind when importing a level and want to build a nav mesh out of it. -nav mesh will go ahead and convert that mesh into a nav mesh. It's pretty self-explanatory. And so for -conv col only is an option I used in particular because I wanted to actually use these shapes in order to build area 3D nodes that would be accurate to the bases that are contained inside them. Now I have the file inside my project. I want to convert it into something usable for the purpose I wanted, which was enhancing the AI to do something a little more zone protection than strict base protection. So I can go ahead and convert the level 0 zone nodes, which come in as static body nodes. But I want to actually convert them into area 3D nodes using the shape from the static body. I can just change the node type and maintain the shape I wanted. Again, it can be a little expensive since it's not a straight box, rather a mesh that's more complex and therefore takes more time to process. But I do just want to test things. Finally, the actual goal of the last devlog. After making separate zones for which the bases and the enemies reside, it's time to abstract all of those signals and calls upward. And remember, call down and signal up. I then proceeded to remove the player detection area and refactored those into the enemies that actually use those. Redo the behave tree to go ahead and look for the middle of the zone rather than the base. Now to test it. And it works. So for our goals, it has occurred to me that I need to do some refining on the player mech side of things. It needs actual gravity. I'll most likely refactor that into the leg code. I need a menu to swap out parts and customize the loadout for my mech. And I need to further refine the base capture code and experience. And with those goals in mind, I shall catch you comrades later. And until next time, das Lasagna.